Hello, this is Azurae Windwalker, and today we're going to be exploring Dowsing Clear. As many of you know, we're experiencing a lot of chaos and challenges and non-beneficial energy zinging around in the world, and if you're a very sensitive person, then you pick up on that, and it can really make you tired. It can make you foggy-headed. It can lessen your vital life force, and this isn't good. I'm a big fan of smudging with sage and cedar. In fact, I make a blend with cedar, sage, and lavender, but sometimes you just can't do that. And with Dowsing Clear, you can douse an area that is not near to you. You can douse a place on the other side of the world. Our teacher in dowsing was Raymond Grace, and he comes from here in Southwest Virginia. He's internationally known. He makes you think by the time you finish his 2-day course that anything is possible. And so he likes to say, give it a shot. And he douses with a dowsing tool, a pendulum, made out of a bullet, which kind of goes with the idea of giving it a shot. So a lot of what I'm talking about today are things that I've learned from Raymond, and then added on to, but I like to start out always by calling in the healing helpers, because with dowsing as well as with shamanic healing, we're not the ones really doing the work. The work is being done by the chief healing angels, the white light spiritual masters, the spirit of nature, Christ consciousness, and other enlightened beings that help us out. So I want to call in now the spirit of nature, who I tune into as White Buffalo Catwoman. I also want to welcome in the white light spiritual masters, Jesus, and there's many others from many times, spaces, and dimensions. I also want to welcome in the chief healing angels, certainly Archangel Michael and Metatron and Gabriel and Raphael, and those that help in clearing places and people. And I want to welcome in my divine center, my Christ consciousness, all part of the team. So what you saw right here in the beginning is a dowsing chart. So I'm going to douse right now and find out where the frequency is on the dowsing chart, where the frequency is in the barn right now. Okay, so on the dowsing chart, we're at 80, and so reading the dowsing chart, 80 is health. 80 or above is where you want a place to be, frequency-wise. If you can remember walking in some place where there's been a lot of statics, like somebody's been in a fight, just a lot of turbulence in the family, you can feel it. And if you douse that, it sure enough wouldn't be at 80. It would be more towards the negative or smaller numbers. I had a situation where I knew I was going to a place where there are two people who would regularly get in fights at right before events, dinners and things like that. And so I doused the place clear and the people clear before I even got there. And for the first time in recorded history, they got along, and everybody got along, and nobody felt uncomfortable because of the situation. I've also doused as I've driven through burial grounds, and as I've driven through some of the places where war has gone on, the battlefields. We have plenty of them here in Virginia, and I just sit in the car and douse clear as I'm driving through. So once you get into it, you'll find endless ways that you can use it. Uh, so let's say, let's pick out another place to douse besides here. Let's pick out like maybe the area in front of the White House. So what does it measure? Okay, like 3. Okay, so as you're watching this, pause it for a minute and get something to douse with. You may not have a pendulum, but you may have a necklace, or you can even put a string on a bolt. The old herb grannies used to douse with wild onions. They picked the wild onions, and it was heavier on the end, and they would ask permission to pick a certain plant or find a certain plant, use it for direction finding. Just as long as it's heavy on one end, you can use it to douse. In this dowsing technique, we're not getting yes and no answers. We're just clearing the energy. So we're going to start out, and I've got a dowsing tool here that's made out of orgonite. We're going to go counterclockwise. Okay, and that's clearing. Okay, so the words are, I want to scramble, neutralize, and delete any non-beneficial energies, entities, thought forms, heavy metals, electromagnetic frequencies, chemicals that pollute the area in front and around and inside the White House. Clearing the energy there. Scrambling, neutralizing, and deleting. Okay, so, and if 10 was full, I'm just kind of using an applause meter in my head. Where is it now? Of negative energy, of non-beneficial energy. It's at 7. Okay, keep clearing. So asking for help now from all of our dowsing helpers. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, clear. Okay, great. So I'm going to use, you're not going to be able to see this very well, but I'm going to use the little dowsing chart, the little map here. So, okay, so what's the frequency of the Capitol Mall in the White House now? Okay, it's at 80. Great. Okay, so now we want to up the energy. So first you clear it, then you raise the energy up. And in this step, you douse clockwise. So counterclockwise is clearing, clockwise is building energy, upping the energy. So we want to raise the energy at the Capitol Mall and around the White House and in the White House, and raise it up to its highest potential, asking all of the angels, the white light masters, the spirit of nature, the beneficial star nations, the elementals, all of the healing helpers, the eco dragons of the region, all of the healing helpers to help raise the frequency up there. To the highest benefit, health, to emotional, mental, spiritual, and physical health for all around there. Five, 6, comes up. So let's see where we are now. Yeah, so it's at 8. Now who knows how long it will stay, but it's very hard to make good decisions and think well and be healthy when you're surrounded by a lot of non-beneficial energies and entities and things like that. So for anybody that's around there, which includes the demonstrators or whatever, you know, we've done a good job and felt like, you know, we've done a little bit to help. So as you're watching this, if you could just douse along, you know, whenever you're watching this, you know, we're not guaranteed anything, but if we can come at it from a more clear perspective, then we're all a whole lot better off. So think about now the places that you would like to clear. Certainly maybe where you work, where you worship, your home, before you go grocery shopping, clearing the energies and entities. You can even ask to clear the germs. Certainly couldn't hurt to clear the places before you go. We spend much more time planning where our vacations are going to be, at least we did before lockdown, than we do our lives and the things that are important to us. So spinning, dowsing clear and upping the energy is a way that you can make life a little bit easier and certainly more enjoyable for yourself. So do you think you can do this? Yeah, it's easy. Anybody can do it. So thank you for watching, and be sure to like and subscribe and push the notification bell and all that stuff. And what I end always with is walk in balance.